Actually, I think it's huge. The U.S. has, had great offensive cyber capabilities for a long time now, but rarely have we publicly acknowledged those and acknowledged our use of those for various reasons, related to national security and other things. In this particular case, this appears to be the first use of DOJ's newly formed task force and provides us some insight into the types of capabilities that could be used, that this organization could bring to bear, given the appropriate approvals to combat ransomware and other cyber attacks. The task force was officially formed by the Department of Justice in April of this year. From what I understand, it's made up of the DOJ's criminal, national security, and civil divisions, and the Executive Office of the U.S. Attorneys, as well as the FBI. Now, their focus is confronting, in broad terms, the many dimensions and root causes of ransomware and digital extortion. While they're focused on that and training and other things, they're also focused on increased intelligence sharing. And this recovery actually highlights what appears to be one of their main missions, which is disrupting the chain of events for ransomware across the criminal ecosystem. Many U.S. organizations are willing to respond to an appropriate legal subpoena, especially when it relates to some type of criminal investigation. However, we as a nation and internationally need to be focused on finding ways to motivate nation states to reduce safe havens for these ransomware criminals. So an ability to negate, or in this case, take back any cryptocurrency that are used as part of the ransom is definitely one of the key factors in disrupting what I discussed earlier about, disrupting this criminal ecosystem. While ransomware attacks have other motivations, many of these are focused on the financial gain, which is why this is so important to be able to take back that cryptocurrency. And if you could take away or disrupt, in theory, the ability of the criminals or threat actors to realize the financial gain, which is one of the main motivations, you should be hopefully able to eliminate some of the motivations for these criminals to, perform these ransomware attacks, as well as reduce these types of cybercrime that have an impact on our critical infrastructure here in the U.S. as well as abroad. I think there's a path for what I'll call nation states that are friendly to the U.S. However, there are, many safe havens for some of these cyber criminals, whether it be Russia, China, or other large nation states. So I think we've got to work, both from, like we've done here, on the actual active offensive prospect of it to take back the cryptocurrency, but there's also a diplomatic international channel that needs to be worked through to try to work in stopping these crimes.